Hi everyone, it's Leia. We're here at Austin Film Festival today to attend the world premiere of Operation Taco Gary's. We're going to be talking to some of the cast and the crew behind the film, so stay tuned and continue to watch for more of our interviews. Nice to meet you. I'm Leia.
Nice to meet you.
I'm so excited to talk to you about the film. I'm actually very excited to see this, things like that.
I'm excited for you to see it.
And so the film kind of centers around two brothers and how different they are and kind of their relationships with one another. When you're working with, like when you first kind of read and saw the script, what were you interested in about the sibling dynamic?
Good question. I'm an only child, but I have a stepbrother, so I understand sibling, dynamics. And quite often, siblings are very opposite. So in this movie, it's the same thing. I'm very different than my brother, so it's really fun to lean into that and be total opposites, because that makes comedy, So that was the main thing.
And I think too, especially because it's a comedy that is centered around like an ensemble cast and things like that. I think ensemble casts really bring out the best in actors.
Yeah.
So what did the ensemble cast for this film bring out in you?
Well, they made me laugh a lot. I mean, Tony Cavallero is so funny. Jason Biggs, Arturo Castro is so funny in this movie. We really got Brenda Song. We got a really talented cast of people that just made me laugh the whole time. So that's fun. You want to laugh. Yeah. What are we doing this for? We're not laughing. Yeah.
And so I also kind of wanted to talk about working with an actor that kind of like Dustin and kind of collaborating with them and kind of building that dynamic. Did you guys come up with anything for your characters that audiences may not see?
We went to Joshua Tree, where I lived 2 months before we shot the movie, to really rehearse and get a chemistry with each other. Because, it's like we just met a couple months before we filmed it, and we have to be brothers. So I had him stay at my house, and we spent some time together and really tried to get a rapport so it felt like we knew each other. We are estranged in the movie. We haven't seen each other in a long time, but we're brothers. So that's what we did to kind of, spend some time together. That's important to do, is to get to know somebody,
Just kind of building that family relationship.
That's right.
Yeah. And so for my final question, since this is Austin Film Festival, it's the Screenwriters Festival, what is a genre that you would like to see explored more in screenplays?
More like this. That's why we made this. There's not enough comedies in Hollywood anymore, so that's why we went and made this, because I really love doing comedies, and I've been doing a lot of amazing movies lately, but they've all been very dramatic, artsy, dark movies. So I was like, I want to do comedies, so that's why we made this. So we need more of these.
We more like slapstick.
That's right.
And
we want fun movies.
We need fun. We need
to
fun.
laugh right now.
We need to laugh. Well, thank you so much.
Thank
I'm
you
so
much.
excited to watch
Good,
it.
I hope you enjoy
Congratulations.
it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm Leia.
Nice
I like
to
your
meet you.
outfit.
Thanks so much.
I'm so excited to watch this film because I love comedies, and this was just like right up my alley. So I was like, I'm absolutely here for this. So the film centers around two brothers and kind of their differences and how estranged they are, but also kind of similarities between them. What was it kind of like, kind of building the sibling dynamics?
It's funny. Simon and I, we come from completely different worlds in reality, but there were quite a few things that we did kind of have in common with each other. But I was just talking about this. Sometimes there's this idea that people involved in the film have, where it's like you kind of have to force this dynamic between your actors, where they have to be like best friends and like buddies for life or whatever. Simon and I never had that. Like, we just never had that pressure. We were just like, oh yeah, this guy's cool, gets the comedy, gets what we're trying to do here. There was a really nice creative collaboration happening from the jump, which was really lovely. And yeah, it was just kind of easy from the beginning.
I love that. I love that so much. And one thing I really love about this film's kind of a whole thing is there's an ensemble cast. And there's a lot of people you guys work with. And I was going to say, I think ensemble casts really bring out the best in each other. So what did the ensemble cast for this film bring out in you?
I mean, for me, it was the joy of every day. Was like, we have Brenda Song, who's here. We had Tony Cavallero, who's so funny. We have Arturo Castro. We have Jason Biggs, who's amazing as well. We have just so many people who were bringing so much and like improvising and just like elevating what their roles were so much. Doug Jones, oh my God, I can't forget Doug Jones, who's iconic. It was so amazing to get to meet him. I'm a huge Star Trek nerd, so it was amazing to meet him and work with him. But yeah, it was just, everybody was just so lovely that, and down to play, and like, this is not a super high budget movie, so it was cool that everyone was just ready to get down and dirty in North Carolina and make some magic. And we hope that that's what happened.
Everybody was down to do everything.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and so we're asking everyone this because Austin Film Festival is the Screenwriters Festival. Is what is a genre you kind of hope gets explored more in screenplays?
You know, it's funny, yeah, because I love personally sci-fi. I love comedy. That's sort of my like sweet spot is in there. So I think that's the thing that I will never get tired of exploring. But yeah, I'm just a fan of all of it, though. I know that's such a lame, generic
No, it's
answer.
not.
It's true, though. I really am just a fan of all of it. Like I just think if there's something, not even like a completely original, unique idea, but just an interesting perspective or a new twist on ideas that we've seen a million times, that's personally always the thing that I gravitate towards. And I think that's all you can really ask for is like, is this just sort of offering me something brand new? Because we feel like we've seen it all so often, right?
We love original ideas that are just from every genre.
Yeah.
No, but that's a good answer. But thank you so much, and I'm
Cool.
excited to see the film. And it was so nice to meet you.
Yeah, likewise.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you. I'm Leia.
Hey, Michael, nice to meet you.
I'm so excited to talk to you about this film. I love comedies,
Yeah?
so this is
Oh,
like
good,
right up
good.
my alley. And so this story kind of centers around two brothers and their differences and also kind of like their similarities.
Yeah.
So when you first wrote the script, what do you think was the hardest part about kind of exploring these sibling dynamics?
You know, so I have brothers, but there's always been two voices in my head. The very first script I sold when I was like 20, 21 years old had literally these same two characters in them. So I feel like I'm plagiarizing myself throughout this. It's literally just been the guy who thinks he has an idea of how life works, and then the contrarian who is a conspiracy theorist. And literally those are the voices in my head.
I love that.
Yeah.
We love delusion.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And one thing I think is really interesting with directors, especially with comedies, is there's an ensemble cast and kind of working and kind of bringing out everyone's comedic timing, kind of backstory in their characters. So what was that kind of experience like working with the ensemble cast?
Well, you know, again, I always view myself as a writer first, so like I'll answer this as a writer. Like I always I wanted to pair every one of my main characters with a character that drawed out the crazy in them. So like every person had their extreme version of themselves represented in the film. So every person, so like say you had these two leads right here, right? One is on this side of the aisle, one is on this side of the aisle, to use the parlance of our times. I would always put characters that would pull them in this direction, pull them in this direction, right? And then someone in the middle to try to bring them back. These are just writing techniques that I implement in myself that I feel like makes a more dynamic cast, and it creates an ensemble cast. But again, it's just me trying to put more life into my movie.
It's also just trying to like give all the voices in your head an actual one voice.
Yeah, that's true too.
Things like that.
Yeah.
And so, since this is Austin Film Festival, we're asking everyone this.
Yeah.
What is a genre that you would love to see explored more in screenplays?
Well, again, as a comedy fan, I want to go back to the days where we have comedies with a capital C and not worry about having a little bit of have a little bit of drama, a little bit of just, you know, something for everyone. I just want a joke-filled, insane comedy movies, and I feel like we did 90% of that. I wrote it for a bigger audience, but you know, the next thing I'm writing, which is just what I want to see, which is like a true comedy that is just trying to get as many laughs as possible, just like a horror movie trying to get as many spooks as possible. You know.
I think you've done a really good job, and I'm really excited. I'm really excited to see it, and congratulations.
I'm excited for you to see it. I just want some big laughs and just enjoy yourself. And if you laugh, I think we did our job.
You did.
Yeah.
You're gonna do your job. Don't worry, you're gonna do great.
Thank you. I see my little director.
Yes, I love it. Love it.